Salut, which is hi for French. Today I'm going to talk about the French Revolution. So, what is the French Revolution? Well, the French Revolution was a period of time in France when the people overthrew the monarchy and took control of the government. The French Revolution was a watershed event in modern European history that began in 1789 and ended in the late 1790s with the ascent of Napoleon Bonaparte. During this period, French citizens raised and redesigned their country's political landscape. The French Revolution played a critical role in shaping modern nations by showing the world the power inherent in the will of the people. As this chaotic bloodbath had arisen, you must be wondering why. Well, I'm going to tell you the causes of the French Revolution. In 1789, the French government was in a major financial crisis. The king had borrowed heavily to maintain a lavish lifestyle. Also, the government had borrowed to fight Great Britain in the 7 Years' War and to help the Americans in the Revolutionary War. With such great debt, the king had no other option than to try and raise taxes. The commoners of France, which is the third estate, had to pay the majority of the taxes. The nobles and the clergy were largely exempt from paying taxes, and high taxes angered the common people, especially since the nobles didn't have to pay their share. The social condition of France during the 18th century was very miserable. The French society was divided into three classes: the clergy, nobles, and common people. The clergy belonged to the first estate. The clergy was subdivided into two groups, called the higher clergy and the lower clergy. The higher clergy occupied the top position in the society. They managed the churches and educational institutions of France. They did not pay any tax to the monarch. They exploited the common people in various ways. The higher clergy lived in the midst of scandalous luxury and extravagance. The common people had a strong hatred towards the higher clergy. On the other hand, the lower clergy served in people in true sense of the term, and they lived in a very, very miserable life. The nobility was regarded as the second estate in the French society. They also did not pay any tax to the king. The nobility was also subdivided into two groups: the court nobles and the provincial nobles. The court nobles lived in pomp and luxury. They did not pay any heed towards the problems of the common people of their areas. There are a few main reasons the citizens of France decided to revolt against the monarchy. First is poor harvests. In June 1783, Lucky volcano in Iceland erupted, sending volcanic ash high into the atmosphere in Europe. This led to severe winter in Europe in 1784, and the following summers included extreme droughts that caused poor harvests and famine. Number 2. Bread. The situation in France worsened when poor harvests caused the price of flour to increase dramatically, which in turn raised the price of bread. Bread was the staple food for most French citizens, and it has been estimated by historians that the working class of France was spending upwards of 90% of their daily income on just bread. Number 3. Extravagant lifestyle. The extravagant expenditure on luxuries, first by Louis XV and then by Louis XVI, compounded the economic crisis facing the nation and was one of the primary reasons behind the revolution. These large expenditures by the French monarchy caused dissatisfaction among the people, who began to view its leaders as wasteful, while they suffered due to the poor economic state of the nation. Number 4. Leadership. Louis XV failed to overcome the financial problems facing France. He was not able to harmonize the conflicting parties at court to arrive at coherent economic policies. Louis XVI then tried to bring about radical reforms but failed miserably. The poor economic condition of the nation angered the masses, and they became critical of their king. All these main causes caused the citizens of France to revolt against the monarchy and their government. Since we've established the causes of the French Revolution, here are what the outcome and consequences are. The French Revolution completely changed the social and political structure of France. It put an end to the French monarchy, feudalism, and took political power from the Catholic Church. It brought new ideas to Europe, including liberty and freedom for the commoner, as well as the abolishment of slavery and the rights of women. Although the revolution ended with the rise of Napoleon, the ideas and reforms did not die. These new ideas continued to influence Europe and helped shape many of Europe's modern-day governments. The French Revolution had a major impact on Europe and the New World. Historians widely regard the Revolution as one of the most important events in human history. The long-term impact on France was profound, shaping politics, society, religion, and ideas, and polarizing politics for more than a century. Almost everything politically we take for granted in today's day of age, such as liberal democracy, the rule of law, government based on consent, the nature of civil rights and liberties. These would not exist without the French Revolution. The world changed after the French Revolution because people who had been ruled by a monarchy for many generations, it showed the people and rulers of Europe that liberty was not just an American-only idea. Thank you for watching.